Pep Talk. I'm your host. I'm your coach. But most importantly, I'm your friend, Dr. Ellis. Thank you for being here on today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the many segments we've had this year since we've had the COVID pandemic going. When did we start Pep Talk going live? Asking my producer what March, April, somewhere in there. Yes, we've been at this for a little minute, about 7 months straight. No, more than that now. Yeah, about 9 months straight. Yeah. So I'm going to get through as much as I can today. Today be the last day of Pep Talk till 2021. Want to gather some new materials, some new segments, just doing some realignment, refocus, if you will. I'm excited that we got started. I can't tell you enough, people, about just getting started. There'll never be the right time, the right moment, the right feeling, enough money, all the lines and stars line up. It won't happen, but you do have to get started. Excuse me. An old saying says, you don't have to great. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to be started to get great, to be great. And that's so true. All right? So please, it could be just enough for you today to hear, if you can write that down. You do not have to be great to start, but you do have to start if you want to be great. So just get started, all right? Just get started. You say, man, that's all you're doing? Yeah, but the good book says what? Do not despise small beginnings. Don't despise, like, man, this ain't nothing. Hey, don't say it's nothing. No, it's a beginning. It's a start. It's on its way, all right? Don't despise that little seed, because that seed will give you a whole orchard. That seed will give you acres and acres. So don't, this is nothing, man. Don't say that. Don't say that, because if you say that, you think that. You think that, you feel that. You feel that, you receive that. All right? So this is something big. It was on my list, 2020. Get Pep Talk started. Now I got to look at getting website, getting some logos, getting some good stuff rolling. Yeah, we got to get focused on this thing and take this thing to the next level. That's where it's at. This whole motivational life coaching thing, I got to go to the next level. So it's all about Pep Talk. And for those who know what Pep Talk stands for, it stands for Pastor Ellis Powell, teacher, author, life coach. All right. So it's about to get this thing cracking, man, in 2021. 2020 was the year of release. I got to take some time for this couple of weeks and see what God's going to give me to download, what 2021 theme is going to be. And then, booyah, let's go get it. Let's go get it. All right, so that's just where we're at. All right, so got some seeds of wisdom I want to give you today. Like I said, I'm trying to get through as many as I can, because this will be the last episode for 2020, and we'll pick it up in 2021. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, what's the date of the first Tuesday in 21? What's that date? Just to get an idea, what day is that? First Tuesday, the 5th. So if we don't get started on the 5th, I'm thinking 12th. 12th would be safe. Because what's the day now? Today's the 10th. Yeah, so about a month away. All right, yeah, so maybe we'll do this. Maybe start the first one on the 12th. Yeah, get people, get a lot of good material together, let people get going for their new year. And all these resolutions, stop. Stop with the resolutions. That's where I feel like stop. Pick one thing. If you just did the one thing, whatever that one thing is, and just do that all year. Don't try, I'm going to do this. No, don't do all that. I'm not saying you can't write all those things down, and we'll get back to that too. We'll get back to that too on the first of the year. I'll revisit some things on the first of the year as reminders. Bring these things back to remembrance, okay? Definitely got to write it all down. Definitely, we're going to talk about affirmations. Definitely talk about all these things, okay? Vision boards, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about all that the first of the year. But pick one thing that you really want to get done. Just one thing for 21. If I get this done, I'm straight. That's a lot. Think about it. If I get this done, I'm straight. That's the one you want to get done. Throw everything you got at it. Your will, your mind, your emotions, your imagination, your planning, everything. Get some people, get some people in your group if you will. You want to get that going, if you will. You can call them prayer partners. You can call them seed bearers. You could call them all kind of good things, if you will. Your brain trust, whatever it is. But get some people, at least one or two people that can hold you accountable. Hey, what's going on with this? Hey, I thought you said you were going to do this here. Why are you doing this? I thought you were going to... Yeah, okay, you're right. So those people keep you in alignment. But pick one thing. This is what I want to do 2021. I want to get this done. If I get this done in 2021 from January the 1st to December 31st, I'm good. All right, whatever that is, that clearly outweighs everything else. One thing, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Then you wind up not doing nothing. Or, again, the difference of the benefits, it's very minimal, if any, all right? To get that one thing done. Yeah, you guys remember the 80-20 rule? You remember the 80-20 rule? And the 80-20 rule is make sure that you're putting 80% of your efforts toward the top 20% of the things you want to get done. All right? People are just the opposite. People, at the end of the day, is putting 20% effort toward 80% of the entire list. And that's those resolutions. Don't do it. Don't fall prey to it. All right? If you want to write down 10 things, cool. All right? Now, them 10 things now, you say, I really would like to get done. Not I'm just wishing and hoping I win the lottery. Okay, get that off your list. Stop playing with yourself. All right? Things that, again, you feel in your true heart you can do, get done. Or things, again, that require some help. Got it. Write those 10 things down. And whatever those top 2 is, then you put all your 80% toward them top 2. You say, I get these 2, I'm straight. The other 8 things are nice, but it ain't these 2. All right? These 2 not only trumps the 8, but these 2 also set the momentum toward those 8. So you get these 2 done, the other 8 won't be no problem. Not only that, but they're tied to the other 8. So you get these 2 done, definitely. The other 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will fall right in line. You got it? Versus I got these done. Now let me go after this. Well, that's going to be a lot, see? So take care of those 2, all right? So 80% of your effort should be toward the top 20%. All right, so that's where we're at. All right, let me get some seeds of wisdom going here. I got give or take about 20 strong minutes with you. Hopefully I've shared some good insight with you already. I'm going to be reviewing the next 2-3 weeks of even my life. I think my producer said today is the 10th, so I got 21 more days, 3 weeks exactly. 3 weeks exactly that I'll be reviewing and reassessing, reevaluating the things I want to get done in my, want to get done in 2020 and see it. Check on my list, see how did I do, and then those things done. Praise God, Amen. Look what we did, and it is we, because I can't do nothing without God. So look what we did. Reassess that list. Boom, here's my 2021. I submit my plans to the Lord. I submit them. You got to submit them just like an application, like a resume, like a debit card and ATM. You got to submit those plans to Him. All right? And the reason I can submit to Him because there's some things on there that I know I just can't get done without Him. So therefore, when I look back and got it done, I said, wow, look at God. It was nobody but God, because clearly I couldn't have done this by myself. That's what we're talking about. So take these next 3 weeks. I'll be missing you. I know you'll be missing me. And tell other people about the show. Because, again, we're going to be new and improved. And whatever the Lord give us to enhance and make us better, we're going to do it. A question was asked years ago. If you could do better, should you do better? If you could do better, should you do better? And the answer is absolutely, positively, yes. If you could do better, you could do better. You could do better. And tell yourself that. That's on my list. Every year, to do better. Life should be going like this. Because remember now, you're getting older, you're getting wiser, you're getting better. So why is it going like this? All right? I'm not saying life won't do this. Yeah, it'll take a dip. But those dipping moments are learning moments. Those dipping moments are approving moments. Those dipping moments are testing moments. Not your life is going bad. People love to say that. As soon as something go down, man, my life going bad. How's your life going bad? You start breathing, yeah, that person's life went bad. You see what I'm saying? You lose everything. Yeah, that person's life went bad, but you have to lose everything, everything, 'cause that's pretty bad. But even then, I got to be honest with you. I've heard some most successful people say, yeah, but when I lost everything, I took more chances then. Right, because why? They weren't worrying about losing. So even then, you got nothing but good stuff. Well, look at the perception. Look at the optimistic view on this thing. Look at the philosophy. So, yeah, people say, when I lost everything, then I ain't had nothing to lose, so I just went after everything. Whew. Well, yeah, but some people say, well, I ain't trying to lose everything just to get there. Well, yeah, but then you don't get there what they got. I was talking to my producer today. He was like, yeah, well, how come you always got to have a bad story? Well, nobody said the story's even bad. It's just your story. You just lost everything, and I got to lose? Well, you've heard the old saying, and maybe some of y'all too young, with the old Betty Wright song that says, no pain, no gain. If you want to have a nice-looking body, which I know I do. I'm 49 years old, be 50 next year. Boy, I want to be one of the best-looking 50. People go, you 50? Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. Yeah, but see, I'm suffering the sacrifice, all right? You got to suffer and sacrifice. I want to make sure I eat right. I want to make sure I exercise at least 5 to 6 times a week. I want to make sure I continue to get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water, take all my vitamins, my supplements. I want to see all that good stuff. Yeah, see, all that's pain, sacrifice, and suffering. You got to go. That's required. You can't get nothing in life without pain, sacrifice, and suffering. You can't get nothing in life. Somebody making straight A's. Somebody making straight A's, that's pain, sacrifice, and suffering. Nobody just come out and just know the whole book. Nobody just come out and just know all the math, know all the science, know all the social studies. No, they be sacrificing. So while them other people out there doing what they're doing, they're going through pain, sacrifice, and suffering. I love the good book. The good book says, Jesus says, if you suffer with me, you will reign with me. That's no joke. People, why is Christ, Lord over everything? Well, because he sacrificed everything. Well, that's fair. That's a good trade. The man should be over everything. He sacrificed everything. Some people are not willing to do that. Yes, I still want that. No, you can't have that. We were talking about my producer and I. Well, I'm used up a couple more minutes. My producer and I was talking about, why you got to live in your car? Why you got to? Well, yeah, they lived in their car, and now they worth $200-300 million. I don't know. Would you live in a car for 3 years and yet have $200-300 million for the rest of your life? Think about it. And maybe it's just me because I'm an old bull now. I'm 49. Yeah, I sacrificed 3 years for the next 30-40 years that I got everything I want. Good deal. Good deal. Think about that. That's nothing. Now, if you said, hey, you got to sleep in your car and be homeless on the street for about 20 years, then you can have whatever you want for 20 years. Yeah, but we give up 3-4 years for 30-40 years. It's not even close. Heck yeah. And people do it all the time. If you got a degree, think about it. If you got a degree, you kind of struggle and sacrifice for 4 years at least. Some people maybe 5 or 6 to get that degree, but you suffered and sacrificed. Why? Because you want the rest of your life to be better. The rest of your life. It's not even a bad deal if you suffer for 5 years and then you balling out for 5 years. That's a good deal. No, you just suffer for 5 years and then you had the rest of your life that you doing better than you've ever done. I'll do that all day long. Take it every day. Look at people's lives. Tyler Perry slept in his car for years, but that joker worked $300, $400, $500 million. That's it. Somebody said, that's it? He just slept in the car for 3 years and he got that? I'll sleep in my car. What about the people who do sleep in their car and still ain't no success? People who jump around from apartment to apartment, from house to house, and still ain't got nothing. Right. No, the lessons was in the car. The determination's in the car. The strong will is in the car. The perseverance is in the car. On the street, wherever you want to call it, on the couch, whatever it was. Yeah, that's when they learn those things. And it's those things that now made them a success for the rest of their life. So it'll be Tyler Perry. I was reading the other day, Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey worth $200-something million. What the crap? 200-something million? No degree. Just finished high school. He slept in his car for 3 years. I mean, these people's stories. Read other people's stories. You want to get excited about life? Read other people's stories and say, well, man, if this joke can do this and he ain't got nothing, I already got more than he got. Yeah, but if he picked them things up in the car you don't have, then no, you can't have what he got. He picked some things up in the car. Now, I'm not saying you got to go to the car, but you got to get them things. If he just happened to find them in his car, somebody found them on the street, somebody found them in a jail cell, somebody found them through turmoil and tough times, but you got to get these things. You get these things. It's them things that get you things. Remember? Dr. Ellis always told you this when we started this whole pep talk thing here. If you're willing to develop the habits, you can have it. If you're willing to develop the habits, you can have it. The habits allows you to have it. Not you, the habits. Your daily routine. See, you're becoming, and whatever you start to becoming, those things becoming. Got it? So whatever he picked up, and now it's in his fabric. I was watching a video the other day. He was talking about, Jay-Z. And one guy was like, man, me and him was tight, man. He used to be late for shows, man. He used to not care about this. And then the guy said something like this. Then, man, something happened. Guy don't know what happened, but I believe it was that car thing. It was that homeless thing. It was that on the couch. It was something happened, and he picked up this stuff. He picked it up. All that will and desire, perseverance, persistence, discipline. You got to develop that. When you make that covenant with yourself, say, man, I ain't never letting this happen again. Right. When you declare, decree, and you mean it with everything you got, that's the stuff you got to take with you, baby. That's like American Express. You can't leave home without it. Yeah, they pick that stuff up. I'm continuing to develop myself, and I'll continue to develop. Yeah, I'm a lot of folks, coaches and teacher and mentor and pastor, but I'm still developing myself. I'm going to continue to develop the rest of my life until I die. A tree keeps growing. It says an old oak tree. That old oak tree is 200 years old. Yeah, but every year you see that oak tree still bearing. Right, it's still growing. It's still developing. It's old as crap, but it's still developing. When will it stop developing? When that old oak tree die. Then it don't do nothing no more. But until then, it's still fruitful. It's still prosperous. It's still blooming. It's still showing new life. It's still transitioning. Still transitioning, man. I got some things on my list like, yeah, I'm going to be this. I'm going to be this. Period. I'm putting forth every effort, every thought, and everything towards it. I'm going to be this. What have you said to yourself? I'm going to be this. I'm going to do this. What is that for you? Yeah, I read other folks' stories like, well, he can have this, she can have this. Oh, man, I know. Okay, now since you know, then go. Since you know, then go. Most folks don't go because they simply don't know. Not like, I don't know how to get there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't have the skill set. Not that, no. No, like, no, I know. I got what it takes. I know this. Right. Then go. Then go for it, dog. Well, if I had this, see, that's your problem. That ain't mine no more. It is not mine anymore. I'm working on my game, whether it be my diction, whether it be my pronunciation, whether it be, again, my delivery. I'm working on, again, my, if you will, my stance, my structure. All that I'm working on because I got to get there, man. I want to get there. I'm going to get there. You got to say that to yourself, man. Real talk. I was talking to my son the other day, and I was telling him something I had read a while back, and it was so deep. It was like most folks do not become successful not because of who they think they are, but who they think they're not. I was like, booyah. Yeah. Most people, well, I could never do that. See, you saying what you're not. Now, a lot of people think that's humble. No, man, I'm just humble. No, that's not humble, because humble is teachable. Humble is a person say, yeah, man, you can teach me anything. And most successful people say, yeah, what does he know how to do? Man, well, show me that. You're like, well, you know about me, show you something. You already got all the money. So, yeah, I do, but I don't know that. If I get to know that, that's going to get me even more. See what I'm saying? That's humble. So don't act like I'm taking a back seat. Oh, I ain't really big on the tent. You missing the point. That's not humble. Yeah, most people are not a successful person because, again, are not of who they think they are, but who they think they're not. Here's what you ought to know. You're an original, man. You're original. Some people say, man, well, you know, I'm not Joe Blow or this person or that person. You ain't supposed to be. I mean, man, it hit me years ago. It's like, man, when I walked into the store one time, I don't know, was it Nordstrom's or Neiman's or Saks or one of them, but I was like, man, how are these doggone high-priced shoes? $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It's like, man, nobody gonna buy these shoes. And yet, people are not buying them shoes. So my perception was, it wasn't the shoes, it was just me. Nobody buying no thousand. I mean, I'll never buy no $1,000 shoes, man. All right, let me do this, and I'm gonna get a couple of seeds of wisdom before I get you out of here. All right, let me put it in perspective. $1,000 shoes. All right, let's say you want some Balenciagos. All right, let's say you want some Louboutins. You want some red bottoms, whatever. Okay, let's just go with this $1,000 simple. We ain't talking about, you know, some YSL, some Saint Laurents or whatever, but they all about the same. Let's go to $1,000. I'll never pay no $1,000 for no shoes. All right, cool, no problem. Would you spend $500? I say, nope, you spend no $500. Would you spend $200? All right, maybe $200. Okay, let's go with $200. If you got any Jordans and any of that kind of stuff, trust me, big time. Nike Airs, Nike Max, Nike Flyknits, Nike, you know, whatever. Yeah, you're going to spend at least $200. Okay, so let's go with $200. All right, $200. Now, I've seen people spend about $200 shoes who makes minimum wage. $200 shoes and makes $10 an hour. Okay, let's go with $10 an hour. $10 an hour times 40 hours a week is $400. $400 a week this person make. Now, you know doggone well, you know somebody who make $400 a week on a pair of $200 shoes. At least one pair. Just one. All right. So that's $400 a week. $400 a week times 50 weeks is $20,000. Plus another 2 more weeks is 52 weeks. Again, you're looking at $20,800. So let's go ahead and call it $21,000. So $21,000. Watch this. A $21,000 person who earns a year has at least a $200 pair of shoes. Okay, 10% of $21,000 at the end of the day is $2,000. We agree? 10% of $21,000 is $2,000. 10% of $2,000 is $200. Got it? Or a simple math would be this. If 10% of $21,000 is $2,000, then 1% of $21,000 is $200. Now, be honest, would you actually trip if somebody spent 1% of what they make a year on a pair of shoes? 1%. You would say, nope, would have a problem. All right, now let's put it in perspective then. A person who makes $100,000, 10% of $100,000 is what? $10,000. 10% of $10,000 is what? $1,000. So now you got a person who makes $100,000 go out and spend 1%, which is what? $1,000. Well, right. So the $1,000 shoe ain't the problem. It's now getting you from $20,000, $21,000 to the $100,000. Because here's the thing I want to let you know, my friend. Come here. You already spending $1,000. You just spending on the $200 scale. You spending the same amount of money. Oh, that person crazy. I would never. No, you spending the same amount of money. Just in your world, it's just smaller. But on the scale, it's the exact same thing. You spend the same thing. You make $21,000, they make $100,000. You spend $200, they spend $1,000. It's the exact, almost like tithing. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. You would never do it. How about this? You're already doing it. So now you got to just up your income so you can go and get that. So you go from $20,000 to $50,000, now you go out and buy you a $500 pair of boots. Now, well, I'm not saying this. Now, follow Dr. Ellis. Come here. I'm not saying you can't find a $1,000 value shoe and catch it on sale for $500. Because if you can and you make $50,000, get that shoe. Because now you making $50,000 a year, and yet you wearing a $1,000 pair of shoes, but only cost you the same 1%. So now it's like, oh, Oh, yeah, what he's saying makes sense. So now all I got to do is double my thing. Oh, man, I wouldn't spend no $1,000 on no red, but I wouldn't buy no $1,000 on them boots. I wouldn't. Yeah, you would, because you're already doing it. The problem is you can't see yourself making more in the income. It's the income. Remember now, it's the habits that allows you to have it. You just got to change some habits now. Now, here's the thing about it. You already making the $21,000. What if you could figure out a way to make just twice as much? Then you're already there. How do you do that 2 times? Whatever you're doing now that makes that, just figure out a way I could do it twice. Then you're already there. I'm telling you. I was reading these guys, so I was like, well, man, he does. Oh, I could do that. And then I looked at my numbers of what I make, what I'm doing. I'm going, I'm really on the same scale. I just got to change my big number. I'm on the same scale. I'm on the same level. And that's why I'm saying, oh, I know I'm going to do this. Because I'm already on it. I'm just on a small level. I'm not on the Big Mac level. I'm on the dollar menu, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I would never afford no Big Mac. Yeah, you can. You already buying a dollar burger. Just up your income, and now you move from that to the quarter pounder. And from the quarter pounder, it's the same thing. So I already made my mind up, man. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Because I'm already doing it, just on a smaller level. You remember you said yourself at the end of the day, oh, man, put in perspective. Let's say you was young, 19, 20 years old. Somebody say, man, you know, that's a nice car there, man. How much you pay for that car, man? Oh, somebody say, I pay $400 a month. Oh, man, I've never paid no $400 a month for no car. No, that's crazy. Right, a chance are you paying about $150, or if not, you got a cash car. I get it. But I would never do that. Then all of a sudden you start living, start making a little money, got a little education, a little skill set. Now you paying what? $400. Now somebody else later on, you get $400. Somebody else, you ask somebody, man, that's a really nice car there. How much you pay? Somebody say, man, I pay $800. $800? Man, that's almost an apartment. I'm not paying that. You already doing it. It's just on a $400 level. You are doing it. The $400 is not the issue. It's the income and your thinking that's the issue. You already doing it. You already doing the same thing he doing. And the $800 guy talks to another guy. Said, man, that's a nice whip there. What you pay for it? Guy said, man, I pay $1,400 a month. Man, that's a house. No, man, I'm not. He already doing it. His perspective just got to change. He already doing it. I love the story about Jesus when he fed the 5,000 men plus women and children. And the Bible says that Jesus went to one of the disciples named Philip and said, hey, how y'all going to handle all these people, man? The Bible says he asked them because he already knew what he was going to do. He already knew what he was going to do. So Philip says, man, all these people here, man, we ain't got nothing but 100 pennies, man, 100 denarii. Let's just send all these people away, man. She said, why would you? No, don't send them away. You got all these people here. It's time to take advantage of the opportunity. You got them all here. Don't send them away. Now they're going to leave disappointed. When they leave disappointed, you about to get a bad reputation. You about to put a bad taste in these people's mouth. You know bad news travel way faster than good news. No. These people already sacrificed. They've been following us for 3 days. Don't send them away. At least send them away happy and pleased, not disappointed and disgruntled. He talking about a whole nother customer service. I ain't even going there. But then he goes on to say, I tell you what, make the people sit down on the grass. Make them sit down. And then put them in groups of 50. Remember I told you it was 5,000 men, plus women, plus children. So anywhere between 15 to 20,000 people. And the disciple just couldn't see that making it. He couldn't see it. He couldn't see it working. He couldn't see how he's going to take care of 15 to 20,000 people. So he said, put them in groups of 50. Okay, do you got enough for 50 people? That's what it was. Do you have enough for 50 people? Yeah, I could probably do 50. Cool. Well, put them in that then. At least you can see that. All right? See that. See, Joe Christ was already on that bigger scale, little man on a little scale, but Christ is going to balance it out for him. Because clearly this was just blowing his mind. He just can't see it. Like somebody saying, you're going to be a millionaire. Yeah, right. How I'm going to be a millionaire. Now, right now, you already make, based on whatever your income is, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, $100,000. I don't know what you're making, but you get my point. But somebody say you're going to be a millionaire. Come on, man. How is that? See, you throw it off just like the disciple did. All right, somebody say, what if I told you you get a 10% raise? See, you go, oh, yeah, I can see that. See? You can see that. Good. Hold on to that then. While I play with these other numbers, it's the same thing. Make him sit down and put him in groups of 50. He's changing his perception to something he can handle. All right? And so that's what it is. Once you can handle it. That's how I read these people's biographies and go, oh, man, I can do that. I'm going to do that. I can see myself. Can you see 50? What are you saying? Can you see 50? See, I can see 50. Good. Didn't handle 50. Put him in groups of 50. So therefore, this 15,000 throwing your mind off. You can do 50 though, right? I can do that. Good. Didn't do that. All right? So that's what we're talking about, perspective and perception. Hey, I said I'm going to get some seeds of wisdom. Let me give you 2 or 3 before I even go, man. I just pouring, man, just excited about what God is doing. Anticipation, expectation brings about, man, the manifestation. And let me give you a couple of seeds of wisdom before we go. Seeds of wisdom, I think I finish up on 74 on Tuesday, and I said that you'll never outgrow warfare. You must simply learn to fight. Again, you'll never outgrow warfare. You're going to always have to go through something to get to something. You're going to have to always go through to get to. That's it. In order for a child to get to the 5th grade, he got to go through the what? The 4th grade. In order for someone to get a college degree, you must go through high school and then go through at least 2 years of college to get an associate degree, 4 years for a bachelor's degree, 6 for a master's, 8 for a PhD. I mean, I can go on and on, but you got to go through it. All right? So you can never outgrow warfare. All right? You just got to simply learn how to fight. You got to learn how to fight. All right? And you've heard the old saying, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Make sure you got some fight off in you, which means I'm going to go after whatever I want in life, baby. I'll get it. That's some fight right there. I ain't say you got to fight like, I'm going to get beat up. See, you already knocked out and you ain't even started swinging yet. The fact you ready to show up in the fight and put your knuckles up, you already letting the opponent know, hey, man, I ain't playing. You know, once you get up there and throw your dukes up, you don't know if the guy going to go, look, man, it ain't even that serious, dude. Going on. See? And you thought you were finna get knocked out. And a lot of times in life, we don't go after things because we automatically think, what? I'm going to get knocked out. No, man, put your dukes up. Let's go get it. But again, remember now, you cannot change what you're willing to tolerate. So now you're going to throw your dukes up at this guy if you're willing to tolerate how he's dogging you out. Yeah, not going to happen, all right? Seeds of Wisdom 75. Let me get a couple of them for today. Nothing is ever as bad as it first appears. Ain't no joke. Nothing is as bad as it first appears. Don't be so quick to call it. Don't be so quick to call it. Yeah, nothing is as bad as it first appears. That's why I don't want you to react. I want you to respond. See, you gotta pause and be patient to respond. You don't have to do any of that to react. As soon as you say, oh, man, it's bad, but my life is going bad, man, calm down. You hear an old person say, or somebody with wisdom go, man, calm down, man, chill. Take a deep breath. Right. Now tell me what's going on. Right. Then they get a chance to hear and go, oh, man, that ain't nothing. What? Yeah, that ain't, man, that's nothing. No big deal. Yeah, man, I thought my whole world was crap. Man, no, because you reacted. Remember now, we don't want you to react. We want you to respond. 2 different things. Immature people react. Immature people react. Mature people respond. People in the flesh react. People in the spirit respond. All right. Seeds of Wisdom 76. The evidence of God's presence far outweighs the proof of his absence. I'll say it again. The evidence of God's presence far outweighs the proof of his absence. And it really does. I was listening the other day, real talk to somebody, and they were saying some good stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But they were saying, well, how do you get away from, how do you deal with disappointment? How do you deal with low self-esteem? How do you deal with, again, feeling low? Person like, man, that's easy. Just be grateful. Because remember now, when you got low self-esteem, you're feeling low, disappointment in your life, you're so focused and going over and over on all the things you don't have. I ain't this, man. This relationship didn't go right. I don't have this, man. I never finished it. Look how you just beating up this negativity real good. You're magnifying it so much and you focus on it so much that it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? But then you flip on the upside and be grateful. Say, man, first of all, I'm still breathing. Thank you, Lord. Because people got millions and billions of dollars, dead's gone. That money ain't doing them no good. So I'm still here. As long as I'm still here, I still got a chance. And as long as I'm still here, man, I'm going to give God glory, man. You don't whine and complain. Think about that in itself. Who actually likes and enjoys a person who whines and complains all the time? Barely even kids. I have several kids. Man, I'm not fond of the kid that whine and complain all the time. I only like to see that kid come around. What? Daddy. Oh, what do you want? Right. But the kid who's always optimistic, always positive, always grateful about everything. You're like, man, I just want to help this kid more. Okay, well, if I'm just a physical man, then, a spiritual man in a physical body, but again, today, you got a father who owns and has everything. You don't think he want to help that kid too? Right. So just start being grateful. Start focusing on everything that's good in your life. I can move my arms, man. I got my health, my strength, man. I got a sound mind, man. You got everything you can't buy. Oh, my God. I wrote something earlier this year. Maybe it was even last year that I'm going to do in 221 called The Best Things of Life Are Free. Man, I go through this whole list. Free. And the free stuff, not only is it free, it's because it's God-given, but you can't even buy it. You can't buy it. And yet, we complain about stuff we can buy. We go after stuff you can buy. We complain and be disappointed about stuff you can buy, and the stuff we got for free, we can't even buy it. That's enough to be grateful for. So the fact that I can get out there and run 4-5 miles a day and do this and do that, man, I can't buy that. I can have millions of dollars and can't go out there and run some miles. What's that? And you have people who have all the money and say, man, I'll trade in all this money to get that. Because why? They know they can't buy it. It's free. And the people who got it, why are they complaining about COVID, about pandemic, about a job recession? Man, come on now. You got all the stuff that's free that he's giving to you that you can't even buy. That's how blessed you are. And yet people got money will often come up to you and say, hey, let me get your strength, man. Let me get your strength. Let me give you $50 million for your strength. Can I have $50 million for your strength? Think about that. I know I'm being a bit sarcastic and facetious right now, but think about it. Would you sell your strength for $50 million? Now, here's the caveat. Here's the catch now. Once you sell it, you can't buy it back. Would you sell your strength? Now, the answer is, of course not. I tell you what, man. You're pretty sharp dude. You're a sharp gal, man. I got about $20 million. Let me buy your mind, man. Let me buy your mind, your thoughts, man. Let me buy it real quick. Would you sell it? Now, again, you can't buy it back. So once you sell your thoughts, they just got $20 million, but you're just a whole idiot now. You say, no, I wouldn't. I'm good. I ain't going to sell it. Exactly. See what I'm saying? So you got priceless stuff. It's things like that we're going to be talking about, man, the new year, 2021. It's going to be off the chain, man, which change your perspective. That's what I was doing with the whole $200 shoe and $1,000 shoe, or $200 car note and a $1,300 car note. It's perspective. I'm going to say this and I'm done, all right? And I look so forward to seeing you guys in 2021 on Pep Talk, where we do lunch and learn, feed the mind and feed the stomach. When you change the way you see things, the things you see will start to change. I'll say it again. When you change the way you see things, the things you see will start to change. Things will not change on its own. It's your perception. Remember the old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You beholding it. You beholding it. Your beholding is your vision, your future, your purpose, your passion. I like to say it like this, baby. Call it like you see it. But you can't call it if you don't see it. Where there's no vision, the people really do perish because they can't see it. Their perception is gone. All right? But I see your life getting better. I see your 2021 being awesome because you're going to finish strong in 2020. Myself, I'm going to take a couple of weeks. I'm going to revamp, review, reflect, reevaluate, baby, and then I'm coming out with both barrels, all right? Because why? I want to make sure I come out seeing things a whole lot clearer and a whole lot better, all right? So, hey, be positive, be focused, be grateful, be thankful. Submit everything to God, because why? You're going to need his help on it all. Hey, I love you. I'm Dr. Ellis. Have a great holidays. Have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year, and I look so forward to seeing you in 2021. Hey, God bless you. Take care.